The year was 1754, and the British Empire, keen on expanding its control over North America, dispatched troops to the American colonies. This move, coupled with the already strained relations between the colonists and their motherland, ignited a fierce conflict that would forever shape the course of history.
Good morning, guys. I thought since we have not played Total War on the channel in a very long time, we would start with a classic, and that's Total War Empire. I do have some issues with this game. I have my own nicks and crannies about each Total War game, but overall, I think Creative Assembly makes decent games. I gotta be honest, Pharaoh did not do so well, and I understand why people are complaining, but at the same time, when you look into how the game is designed, a lot of it is player error. So I could play the original Pharaoh and not play Total War Dynasty's Pharaoh and still be fine. A lot of the complaints that they had against Pharaoh were user error. The devs were clear years ago when Attila came out, and they said they were going to make each game harder from that point forward, okay? Because I remember watching the YouTube video in which they said that. And so I've been always preparing myself for the next harder game. I wonder what's going to happen next. And it just so happens that Pharaoh is just in the Bronze Age collapse, which makes it extremely hard economically. It's supposed to be like that, guys. It was purposely designed to be like that. So Pharaoh is not a bad game. It really ain't. You just need to know what you're doing. Okay, what do we got going on here? It's been a while since we played this here. I gotta reorient myself. Yeah, this is the very beginning of the campaign, which I would not have expected any less, but I wanted to see what we got going on here. I think right now we have an army being built in London because I'm gonna ferry troops over to America to help the 13 colonies, if I remember correctly. But we have to go look at that theater to say that that's the case exactly. Yeah, because I think instead of declining the request for help, I think in the last episode, even though it's been a very long time, I accepted the request for help from the 13 colonies. So I think what I was planning on doing is ferrying troops over to the American colonies to fight the Iroquois, I think. Okay, alright. I think I'm at war with France too, I think. By the looks of things, I think that's how it is. I'm gonna check the diplomacy tab and see what kind of wars we got going on here so I know who I'm fighting. I think we're fighting in two theaters, both in America and in Europe, I think. But again, don't quote me on that. Ooh, that's a bad hit. Iroquois took one of the 13 colony places. We have to head back out there and help them out. But I think I have like an army being built inside of America in that Reaper's territory. I can't remember the second half of that territory's name. I would have to take a look. But I want to say that it's called
There is unused land
Reaper's
suitable for
territory.
plantations in this region.
I'm not sure.
Building plantations here will increase your nation's export capacity, improving income through international trade.
Okay, so let's take a look at the diplomacy tab and see what we got going on here.
What one nation thinks of another is characterized by diplomatic
Okay.
relations. Very friendly,
From
indifferent,
what I can
unfriendly,
tell,
and
we're only at war with
These
the
diplomatic relations
the
are
Barbary
asymmetrical,
states,
though. So be
or
aware
the
what your
Iroquois
nation
right
thinks of
now.
another may not be the same
But
as views
I'm
on
not
your own.
worried about the Barbary states because they're never a major threat to the player. That probably depends on where you go, but it's really not, they're not really a threat to me. So I'm not gonna go gunning for them as of right now. Now let me go take a look at the, where is the theater thing? Okay, here we go. Let me go take a look at America and see if we got anything going on over here in terms of land forces to help with the air corps and whatnot. Because I'm thinking that we're gonna have to actually ship troops up to the American colonies, I think, because I don't think we have much of a military being built in the Reaper's Land. That's what it's called. It's called Main Territory Reaper's Land. Okay, what do we have in terms of military forces here? It's not much, I can see that. That much is obvious, but I'm trying to... Okay, so we do have a small force of Rangers and some pikemen here. But again, I think I'm just gonna go with shipping British regulars from Europe up to the American colonies and dealing with it that way.
When all nations but one know about a new technology or idea, it becomes common knowledge.
Okay, we got
A nation
one more
lagging
turn until we get
behind will eventually
canister.
find out everyone else knows, although it may be too late to use the information to their advantage.
That's awesome. One more turn until we get canister. I think I was waiting on that though, to be honest. I was waiting on that so I could put the horse-drawn artillery in the army instead of using the fixed artillery. Okay, so let's go back to Europe really quick. I feel like we're not gonna be able to recruit much because we spent most of our money on building, I think, but we'll try and get some forces here. And we need 2 more cavalry here, and then we'll be good to go in terms of cavalry groups. It's not the best cavalry in the world, but it's a start. Yeah, that's unfortunate. They're smacking the 13 colonies. Okay, we should have to be able to have the technology to get the horse-drawn artillery now. We should after this turn, but I think we're gonna have to build the building to be able to do it.
There is unused land suitable for farming in this region. Building farms here will help the population to grow over time and produce trade income.
You know, if there's one thing I like about the advisor, she brings you to the attention that stuff needs built up, because with the multiple theater thing, it is kind of hard, but she does get kind of annoying at the same time. So I mean, it goes both ways. She kind of annoys me, but at the same time, I feel like if I did not have her on at the same time, I would have a little bit trouble trying to manage all 3 theaters, to be honest. Things are not going well in America as of right now. Yeah, it looks like we gotta build the artillery foundry thing to get that artillery. Okay, well, alright.
Falling behind in the race for knowledge? Technology can be stolen by sending researchers to the educational buildings of your rivals and selecting the item you want to steal in the same way as you would conduct research. However, getting caught has repercussions.
Yeah, I'm not gonna get grenades as of right now. We're gonna work on some naval technology as well right now, because actually having a great navy would be awesome. Yeah, let's go with the Royal Observatory. Alright, okay, we need 2 more cavalry groups, but of course we don't have the money to get anything. That's one of the things I don't like about the beginning game here. At the beginning you don't have very much money coming in, so when you build buildings it's kind of slow going because you use most of your money. Okay, now, alright, now we can spend money on, of course, expanding the military in London. Units done real quick. Okay, so I got 3 turns. Actually, let's do it like this. There we go. We're gonna get like couple line infantry here in about 3 turns or so. Okay, so the Prussians want a trade agreement. We're gonna give that to them because that's more money coming to us in terms of trade. Depending on how quickly I can mobilize, we'll put a couple battles in the video, but the battles I'm not gonna edit as much because I don't want you guys missing stuff. So I'm not going to edit the battles as much. much.
As population growth is slow here, it is recommended that you upgrade farms or bring lower-class taxes down. Increasing the food supply and net income of the layman will reduce the infant mortality rate, thereby increasing the population. Colonial plantations provide tradable goods for shipping back to your home region, the quantity of which is dependent on the type of plantation and its building level. Spices, tobacco, tea, cotton, coffee, and sugar can all be grown from plantations.
We're going to merge those two fleets together here, and it's nothing special, but we're going to upgrade this, however. Well, this one we could get regulars from, so I don't know. But I can ship regulars over, and I think most of my troops are going to come from Europe anyway, at least until we get to take some of the major cities from the Iroquois. So I'm just going to go with the one that would make us the most money currently. Okay, so we're about to upgrade the artillery foundry in about one turn, and then we'll start to recruit our artillery. Now, I do want to get rid of this, and I do want to get rid of the militia because they're kind of crappy. They can be useful when you're trying to hold a garrison. They can be useful for defense, but they're not really useful for campaign actions. I mean, they can be. If you know what you're doing, they can be. I've completely wrecked the regular army with militia, but it's just better to have regulars with your campaign armies. I think that's about all we can do right now. We should be able to get that naval port upgrade pretty soon too. I don't think that has much time left on it. The Americans are actually a faction at this point, apparently. Not no more, they just got crushed. Okay, we got another gentleman here. Let me look at taxation here and see what we got going on. That's in politics, I think.
The Government Details panel gathers together essential statistics and information for the management of your The Taxes tab allows adjustment of taxation levels on a theatre-by-theatre basis.
So,
from here, AI management of taxation and construction can be specified. Use the arrow buttons under the map to change theatre. Click on the button at the bottom of the panel to go straight to the chimney with the lowest public order. In most cases, adjusting the tax levels
that
should
way we
fix the
can
problem.
have better population growth here. It's gonna cut down our budget right now, but once we start expanding, it's not gonna matter as much. And I do want to get those artillery in there too. But where's one of my schools? I would like to have like 2 schools or so in Britain at some point. There we go. Government building is going to be filled up here in Scotland there. Trying to maximize what we actually get out of the territory that we do have. And we actually are on a time limit too. I got to take that into consideration. But I'm hoping that what we can actually do is maybe build 1 or 2 more schools someplace, and we'll be able to research multiple things at one time. But right now it's only one thing, which is gonna be a little bit slow going, but that's okay. Let's see if I can't get some artillery pieces coming in here. I'm hoping I have enough money to do that, but 4 artillery pieces. Here we go. Now what I'm gonna do is with us actually recruiting and getting that upgraded naval technology, maybe I just want to upgrade the port and then get a better class ship instead of merging those 2 fleets together. Because my original plan was to merge the European fleet with the American colonies fleet and then send them all over to the American colonies to fight the Iroquois. But now that I'm thinking about it, I think what I'm going to do is actually take and wait until we get that naval technology, then upgrade the port, then upgrade get the best ship available from that port upgrade. Peace treaty? No. I'm coming after you. That's what I'm doing. I'm coming after you. It's only a matter of time before I do that. What I might try to do is make the 13 colonies as wealthy as I can. I think I'm gonna try and make the American colonies like where we get most of our money from. And then our technology place is gonna be maybe in Europe itself. Take a couple places in Europe. Well, to be honest, I might just accept that. No, I'm gonna deny that. Because he wants us to pay just about 1,000. It's like, no, I'm not doing that.
This colony has reached its export capacity, despite the region's potential for greater production. Upgrade the port to ensure the cash keeps flowing and the coffers of your empire continue to be filled.
Okay, so what we're actually gonna do, you know what? I think it's a tough decision because I could have another school, but the thing is I don't have a gentleman down here. I would have to actually ship gentlemen down here. And I know I said that I was gonna make America the industry moneymaker, but at the same time, having an extra school right now would be beneficial. No, let's go with the money. Oh, crap. I just skipped my turn. That's alright. I don't necessarily need to join that war. Because honestly, I tend to send troops over to India anyway to conquer it. So it's kind of like, no, I'm not helping you because I'm coming to get you later. I do want to have a battle in this episode, so I'm going to be playing
As
this for a little
population
bit
growth
longer.
is slow here, it is recommended that you upgrade farms or bring lower class taxes down. Increasing the food supply and net income of the layman will reduce the infant mortality rate, thereby increasing the
Okay.
population.
Right. They're really throwing wars at us, aren't they? No. There we go. Now, what are the taxes looking like actually in America? See, that's why. Okay. That's alright. Our taxes from America will actually eventually get better. So, I'm not worried about the low taxes right now from America because eventually they're going to start making serious money here. Let's get rid of the fixed artillery out of here. I don't want nothing to do with that. Okay, I think that should be enough to give us a full 20 stack, but we'll see what happens. Now, technology wise, okay, we're gonna get that naval technology that I've been waiting for in about one turn. And once we do that, I'm gonna upgrade the port and I'm gonna recruit some naval ships from that port and see what we can't get from it. But what I will say is this. I do not think I'm going to wait until those naval ships are done. I think what I'm going to do is load those troops on the ship, send them over, and by the time they get back to Europe, because I'm going to send them back to Europe, the upgraded ships from that upgraded port should be done. Technically, I typically do not send a fleet back, but this is basically a thing where I'm gonna land troops and we're gonna leave it at that, and I'm not going to go any further than that and use the army that came from Europe to fight the Iroquois on behalf of the Americans and the 13 colonies. I say that because the 13 colonies are essentially the Americans before they become faction, if you will. And actually, if you do not enter the war to help them, they instantly become America. And that was something I wanted to avoid. I will be fighting the 13 colonies because I want all that land under British control directly, so it wouldn't have mattered. I would have been fighting them anyways, but as of right now, we are not going to do that. I'm just going to try and help the 13 colonies and the Americans fight the Iroquois. Then once I turn America into the cash
This
cow
colony
that
has
I
reached its
intend,
export capacity, despite the region's
I'm
potential
going
for greater
to
production. Upgrade the port to ensure the cash
actually
keeps flowing and the coffers of your empire continue to be filled.
start taking over Europe and India. I'm eventually going to build 3 armies, each army dealing with each theater. I'll probably build 2 armies for the European theater, but as a whole, it's going to really be a theater per army, an army per theater. Okay, so let's get the final line infantry here, and then I'll get ready to ship these guys off. Let's see what kind of warships we can get from this port here. 4th rate ship of the line, 58 guns. That would be a nice addition, honestly. 5th rate, yeah, actually this is a flagship and this one is not. Okay, I see. So actually, let's get one of these, a 5th rate and a 6th rate and a brig, and that should be a nice addition to the current fleet that we have. It's going to take about 3 turns for those ships to come off of the queue, but I think they're going to be a nice addition to that fleet now that we have those. And I'm trying to build a balanced fleet is what I'm trying to do. That's what the intention here is. I don't want all, muscle. I want some agility within my fleets too. Alright, there's a new election taking place. New port emerges. So where at is this?
Ports do not just facilitate overseas trade. Upgrading to a dockyard also allows naval vessels to be built. Note that ships can be ordered directly from fleets if commanded by an
area of the British Isle. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do a trade port over there so we can make this area a little more wealthy here. Now that the army is raised and we're ready to go, I want to be able to actually move those troops over to the American colonies as of right now. Oh, I see. Okay, but that doesn't make total sense. I don't know what's going on in terms of... Okay, I don't quite understand what is transpiring here. Why can't I actually move this army?
Aye, aye, sir.
Okay, I can't really move anything.
We are a fleet, not an army.
Oh shit. Okay. Well, I'm having some kind of technical issue, but I'm not exactly sure what's going on with my computer right now. It's not letting me do certain things. Hang on. I think I might know what's going on. That's what it is. Okay. No. That's why I couldn't move. Okay. My apologies, guys. We don't have to end the episode here, thank God. Okay, so we have an entire army on this fleet. Now, I'm gonna come
When moving
here.
into the transition zone between map theaters, this travel destination window will appear.
Going to ship
Select
to
the campaign
America.
theater you wish to travel to.
Then I'm going to send them back.
You're
now,
already presented with
that
the
ship
shortest route
of
to your
line,
destination.
though, is
Moving
going
between
to
theater takes 1 turn per theater.
follow the Admiral because I recruited them from the Admiral. However, when they come off, I think I'm just going to add them to the port so that when this Admiral comes back, he'll have those ships into his fleet. Don't you freaking dare. Okay, so we got some kind of diplomatic deal here, but so that's what you're gonna be hearing right now. I have already sunk off screen, off screen, off screen. Okay, so as we look at the screen here, we actually have peace deal with the Barbary states. So I'm gonna keep denying that because they want us to pay money
This
for it.
colony has reached its export capacity, despite the region's potential for greater production. Upgrade the port to ensure the cash keeps flowing and the coffers of your empire continue to be filled. Upgrade ports to dockyards for the ability to construct bigger and better fleets. Fleets can also be made stronger by merging them together as you would armies. Simply select a fleet and then right-click on another that you wish to merge with.
Yeah, I know. Okay. Shit. Actually, we don't have to do that. We can just join him, and I think I'm gonna have some fun. It might be a little ill-advised, but I think I'm gonna have some fun with this French fleet here. That's what we're gonna do. Maybe take some of his ships. It's a risk though, because I have about, give or take, 2,000 men on board of these ships. So if we actually lose the fleet, we're screwed, but I wanna have a little fun here.
You see prizes for the taking. They shall sleep with the fishes.
Okay, let's see what happens. Run away. Yeah, funny. See if that helps you at all. So yeah, we're gonna have this naval engagement with the French, and then we're gonna end the episode. Cause I want to get some action on this. I really do. I don't want to end the episode in the sense of thinking that it's gonna be all campaign map stuff. That's just boring.
There has been an eruption of national pride in your home region following your victories on the field of battle. Every time a battle is won or a territory conquered, the populace become more fervent in their support of the war. This is indicated by increased happiness.
She's freaking thrilled.
Aye, aye, sir.
Flintlock cannons.
Ship hidden Bristol fashion, Captain.
Now we're gonna head down to the Americas, like for real this time. Oh, I can really take advantage of that. I just realized that I'm at war with France and Spain. So when I get done with the Iroquois, what's gonna happen is I'm gonna slowly take out the French in the American colonies and slowly take out the Spanish in the American colonies. And then I'm gonna hit them in Europe after that. This might become extremely beneficial. Yes, this may become extremely beneficial. And they had a government change. Actually, guys, I think once we get this army into the Americas, I'm gonna end the episode here. Just because I don't want to play this for too long. And you guys have to watch a long video. I mean, I wanted to see some action too, but I don't think it's gonna happen this time, guys. Yeah, I'm gonna recruit some extra troops for that Reaper's land because I think that Huron army's coming right for us.
There is a port in this region that has not yet been developed. Select the type of port to construct here. Fishing port will help your population grow. A trade port will provide an income from overseas trade. A naval port allows the construction of warships.
Awesome. That stuff is built. That is extremely good. Let's get you guys to the Americas. Alright, okay. So now we're gonna go back to the Americas here and put some more troops in that territory we have up there. That already has a fishing port. Nation destroyed. Hanover. I'm gonna upgrade that stuff in Scotland and whatever. Go to the Americas, please, so I can engage you. Because believe me, guys, I want to see some battle here. Peace treaty? Nope, you're denied.
This colony has reached its export capacity despite the region's potential for greater production. Upgrade the port
Alright,
to ensure the
assholes.
cash keeps flowing and the coffers of your empire continue to be filled.
Looks like we're gonna have a battle on our hands. Hopefully we don't lose our army in the process. Yeah, this French fleet is screwed. But we're gonna play through this anyways, because I want to get some battle footage.
Knowing the direction of the wind and how your ship will perform in it is crucial. The large arrow on the radar map shows the prevailing wind. Note there is a green arrow on every ship's reticule, which points downwind.
Okay. So here we go, boys. I'm trying to think here. Here we go. Line abreast. Line astern. That actually looks like it might be.
Selecting
Quite
two
effective.
or more ships, then clicking on this button will group them together. Creating groups allows you to issue orders to...
Okay. So I'm trying to adjust my camera so that I can Come on. Game, don't give me so much trouble. Okay. It's not letting me do it the way I want to do it, but
The brig's small guns and crew make single ship actions against larger vessels inadvisable. However, its relatively low mass gives an impressive top speed and fine handling characteristics. When handled well, the brig can punch well above its weight.
man, I'm trying to like tilt the camera so that you guys can see what's going on. But it's not working out the way I want it to. There we go. Some good fire there. Oh yeah. Nice broadsides. Yeah. Nice broadsides. Yeah, this is real good. I like the broadsides. Fire, boys! Give them more, boys! Give them more! Fire! Oh yeah! That's right, boys. That's right. There we go. Going extremely well. As I suspected, because the balance of power wasn't all that great for the French fleet, but it's gonna help us though. Free them from our trade routes. Yeah, give it to him, boys. Yeah, heavy broadside. Keep wrecking into him. Maybe we'll even blow up the powder magazine. Who knows? Oh yeah, this is heavy fire. funny if we actually took some of these ships. I mean, I don't think they have what I have, but some of them look like a decent ship. Yeah, that one over there is just getting pummeled. And that one's straight up sinking. You can see that it's straight up sinking. And they're just ripping into that one from all sides. That's insane. That's gonna suck. Battle over. Heroic victory. And we completely wrecked that French fleet. Okay guys, don't forget to like and subscribe. In the next episode, we will be landing troops in America to fight the French and the Spanish and Indians primarily.